What the hell? Good morning to your audio addiction. The Calpo Podcast. Here we are, live. It's 5:34 in the morning. We're tweeting out, Twitter, Calpo Radio. My name's Jeff. What's happening? Good morning. Shout out to Sweet Cheeks. He shall not be named. His many names, Skinhead. Welcome in. How you doing? I know you wait for this one. Everybody else, you know, to all my haters and lovers. Oh, we got a lot of views from yesterday, but I think to the audio, I think it was people coming back making comments on it, and I appreciate that. I looked at my Chloe's channel. It's kind of ticked up and saying the Calpo because of the old mentioning me, and I appreciate that. So very, very much. I appreciate people complaining. You know, people calling out. He shall not be named, and call people pedophiles. He was calling Cena one there too as well, but that's just the people, old man. But it is the weekend, and it's the flagship podcast of this behavior for almost coming on 11 years. We did a mukbang because I didn't have the battery charged up. We did that on the phone, and I had some quick views and people making comments on the C-Note. Came in talking about a blunt behavior, so that was kind of, that cigar looks like a blunt. So anyways, welcome. Believe it's double deuce. 11th month, 19th. Free lunch. I got a free lunch today, and Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and possible free breakfast as well. If I play my cards right. But yeah, hell yeah, welcome to Commercial Music Free Podcasting on the road. Anyways, remember the military out there divested abroad. We appreciate it very, very much. All you guys do. Holiday season coming up. Heavy in the potatoes, easy in the gravy. Wherever you guys are at. Freedom doesn't take a day off. Appreciate it. And don't drink and drive. Call C-Note. Call He Shall Not Be Named. Call the Skinhead. You know? Spat. We put him on the board of directors. We need hateful people. We need to have a well-rounded board of directors. So, anyways. But yeah. Safe sex. Get the kids and the animals out of your boorish behavior. I think we better get some gas here while we're here in this town. What do we get for miles? We got 196 miles in the premium, this bad boy. Anyway, so yeah. Oh, he was triggered yesterday. He was making comments on people's videos, and he shall not be named, and everything else, and whiny and pissy moany. But that's just my boy, you know, board member. It's just so funny. He says I was triggered. Hear me yelling and hollering. I'm just, you know, commenting on what he said. You know, gave my opinion, my choice. You know. Hey, young lady, how are you? I'm feeling delicious. Feeling wonderful. Oh, those donuts look so damn good. Oh, goodness. Let's get our daily rock star. What if I should buy one of the, while I'm here? Nah, I was going to buy one. I'll buy one of those for later. I was going to buy one of the Gatorades. I get the two for $3 at one place, so not for a while there. Let's get the grape one. No, I'll get the orange one. Rockstar. Halloween candy. Any plans for the weekend there? I'm always here. I know how it is. 650. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Get the bags and whatever else. What? Any big plans for the holiday?
I'll probably be here.
Yeah, I know how it is. Someone's always got to work. The working class, you know. Usually people don't.
It's ridiculous.
What?
Being here all the time.
Oh, I get it. I ran a kitchen for a long time at Perkins, and you're there all the time. You know, it's never ending, man. People don't want to work. It's a problem. It's that, you know.
I mean, the paychecks are nice. But
Oh yeah, but you also want to be go out with your friends, other things.
I want to see my kids.
It'd be nice to see your kids, yeah. You had them for a reason so you can be with them. I get it, you know. But you know, when people don't want to work for a living, someone's got to do it, you know.
Right.
Somebody's going to keep this country growing. God bless working class. I'll see you later. I don't blame her. She wants to see your kids. But paychecks are nice. But anyways, yes, you guys. Welcome to the train wreck. Galpo Podcast. Shall not be named was getting trolled. I keep forgetting the guy's name, and he pointed out he's calling people pedophiles. That's what he does. He was calling somebody else a pedophile and whatever else, and that's just he shall not be named. And he waits for this audio to come out. He said I was triggered. Really? I'm triggered? Really? You don't see me call people names. I just point things out, and it's just let me think. We need an insert card. If the hell's wrong. Oh, there we go. Sorry about that. All right. Zip code. I'm going to put some premium in here as usual. No, I do not want a car wash in this tub. Sue Ellen always gets mad because I don't wash my cars. I rarely do. I just don't. I don't waste my time. She always gets mad. So, unless I get let's see. There we go. I get a free car wash somewhere or whatever. Then I get that. We go, what is it now for Prime? What is it for the sucker? Prime. Let me see. $2.99. Anyways. There we go. Perfect. All right. But anyways, so, yeah. It was pretty funny. With his wanting, all the trolling going on yesterday. And people making comments. And then both channels did some little upticks. And him, then this new rules of YouTube. And I've been watching some of these videos of the people that work, are subcontractors of YouTube to tell us about these new rules and everything else. And, that's going to, people that are playing video games that do the pig and a poke, right? Play a video game, bitch about me, whatever. The ticks, and it's going to take away a lot of people. So I think if you have a video for children, I think they take away a lot of your advertisements. So people that play video games attract the 15-year-old mind, or while they do something that's risque, and they can't have it both ways now. So a lot of these big YouTubers are like, well, QT did some video whining about it. He's over-edited, so it's just like, well, let's then find a different platform. So, it's just the way it is. All right. Well, only 10 gallons I had to put in there. I didn't want to have to deal with it tomorrow morning on the way into work at 3:30 in the goddamn morning. Anyway, so here we are. Right? He shall not be named. That nice round apple ass that is being there tight. Anyways, but yeah, you guys. So here we are. I don't know now about that goddamn camera now, about the battery, and something's going on with the charging thing, and I gotta deal with that behavior, so hang on a second. There you go. Still on. Still on, yes it is. One more time, so anyways. Alright. So anyways, the title is, weekend, right? It's here, right? We're ready to rock and roll. And, I like radio, and so I do this podcast. I'm internet radio, right? Interlink. And I've talked about Tom Barnard before. I did a video. It's got a lot of views over on Kq Podcast, a ton of it. I did it in St. Martin. I'm going to do one for on the way back from on Saturday in the car, which I've done before. I'm going to do a video on the way home. Talk about that behavior. I don't care what he said. He's the producer. He's the chucker. I mean, my Johnny J. Utah is kind of the motivation for Johnny J. But he does a really good chucker, John Lassman, right? And they got rid of the hell's her name, Terry Train, and I can't forget the other guy. He's in Wyoming. I follow him on Twitter. Anyway, so John Lassman got fired last week. I noticed there's a different voice on there. I didn't hear him, and he's coming forward. If you Google John Lassman's name, he gave John Bon Jovi his start, played his music. In his 2018 induction to the Hall of Fame, he shouted out to John Lassman for giving him his start in the music business, right? That's a fact. You go Google it today, and it's on Star Tribune. I read yesterday's paper, so it's probably in the paper today, Star Tribune. There was no Because what's her name quit? One of the girls quit about a month ago, and that was all she was leaving. She was leaving, and I think there was probably a different opinion there with Lassman, because Lassman's a music guy, really nice man. Never met the guy. He's good. And Tom Barnard has said before, I don't fire or hire a baloney. He's a stone cold liar. Brittany was her name. She quit. Had a really nice voice. Nice, good-looking lady. I saw her at the State Fair. And now you have this chick who sounds like she's literally 13 years old with the voice. He makes fun of her voice. I mean, she's professional, but the longer she talks in the show, it's harder to listen to her because you think you're listening to your niece on an adult show, right? Her name is Candace. Nice girl. But he always makes fun of her. He'll say something and then I'm just kidding. He has his podcast, the Tom Barnard podcast. He's always he promotes that. It'd be like me being on Tom Barnard and I promote my podcast. Well, of course, people are coming to my podcast because what show I'm on, right? People start podcasts all the time on real radio shows. They can promote it. And of course, people know me through Tom Barnard. They're going to come to my podcast. I mean, I get what I get, right? So he fired him. Probably there was disagreement. He was his producer. It's a poor choice. This is Kq92 and a Cumulus Media out of Atlanta making poor choices. I don't care non-compete or not because I will tell Cumulus Radio if they happen to list this audio. Just remember, like I've told you before on the other one I did, the video and my mukbang, you work for Tom Barnard. Don't forget that. Don't ever forget that. He works for no one. Okay? He answers to his wife and his daughter, and that's it. Okay? He constantly pimps his podcast over and over again. And it's just guys sitting on the table BSing. Okay? This is a podcast on the road, talking to people who ever want to listen to this after the fact on Chloe's channel. Okay? Wherever it gets. Okay? It emanates on Spricker. It starts in this very truck as I cruise along and give my opinion on this behavior. But here in this town, in the great state of Minnesota, yes, we have internet radio, but people like that voice in the morning, KCP, CCO. KCP prostituted themselves out to ESP and the four-letter curse. An embarrassment. We have this rap station, 105, used to be the ticket, right? They need to put Lassman in there and Terry Train in there, and Cumulus tells Tom Barnard, we don't give two F's about the cups, and we don't give two F's about your opinion. We're going to give you some competition, because Lassman is a very funny guy, and he does a lot of voices, and because Jeff Passel left too as well about 2 weeks ago. And I like Jeff Passel. He's a St. Louis Park guy, and he does a really good Lou Holtz, and his last day was about a month ago. But he was licking the undercarriage of the music of the movie guy. He always, he'll say something negative to somebody and then pulls it back. But it's a poor choice. It's a long line of firing people, getting rid of people he doesn't like. It's a bold-faced lie that Tommy Barnard doesn't fire anybody. It's his show. It's the Tom Barnard, Tommy B. He used to be Cat and Kincaid on WDTY when I first knew the guy. He's been radio since he was 17 years old. He's blessed with a very good voice for radio. Very good at doing voices and stuff. But he's also a dink, and his podcast is promoted through KQ. They don't realize it's called a pig and a poke. It's just a bad move for this region. I've been to a lot of different cities, New York, LA, and that have choices on radio. We don't have it. The 105, the ticket, is some rap music. It's old school rap. It's a joke. They need a good morning crew where they take phone calls from people. Like I said, I'm going to do a fear-mongering radio, right? I'm going to be doing that today. There's that Google phone number. It's right there in front of you. You can call the show, save a chow. Call in. I don't get a lot of phone calls because, when I'm live on Spreaker, all the idiots on YouTube, no, not you, Cino, they have no idea where Spreaker was in the first place, or more or less how to dial a phone number to call into a show. Because when I was on Blog Talk Radio Network, that was the best thing about it. You could call in and troll the host. And also on Talk Show, the mighty, mighty big shit. talk shoe. My brother called it, I called it the Poor Network because it was free. My brother called it the porn. I said, no, it's the Poor Network, not the Porn Network, right? The bitch. My brother would call it all the time. We did some epic behaviors for two hours. We did both BS about, behaviors and what's going on in the world, news, information, and sports. But Tom Barnard, he made another poor choice. Just Cumulus, just fly from Atlanta. Take a Greyhound bus. I don't care. Walk into there and just say, he doesn't. See, Tom Barnard doesn't even leave his house. He does his studio, obviously my studio is at 55 miles per hour right now, right? Pissing and moaning, talking into my phone, blah, blah, blah. He doesn't go into the studio and see his cohorts. He sits in his house. He did come in the studio for a while, about 2 years ago, and stopped doing that again. They used to go to Vegas every year, which was kind of cool. But he didn't like it. I bed 2 hours earlier. It was too much. I can't do it. He didn't want to do it. So now they're going down to the Florida Keys, okay? And an extra day so they can party. It's like, you don't want to go to Florida Keys. If he's smart, he's a Twinkies fan. Go to Fort Myers for 1 week, but God forbid he's away from his podcast for a week, I've done some podcasts on traveling, but he is, God forbid, you can't have that. And when he's sick on Kq92, no one else can do a show, so Lassman has to do replays, or God forbid Lassman would host and show everybody else how to do it. But they don't take phone calls. They are starting now a little bit, but you need a morning show that takes phone calls, does bits again, old school, here in KQ, has some fun, talks a little sports, because K-Fan is unlistenable. The open montage is of the monologue from last night. I don't care about that. Who cares? I'll go find that on YouTube. I don't need to hear that behavior. And then he bitches Tom Barnard. Yeah, I'm ranting. I'm pissing him on. Yeah, I know it. Tom Barnard pisses him on about people going below the belt, right? Talking sex. I get it. But he does the same crap. Talks about, this or that or whatever. It's like, really? You piss him on about you do the same goddamn thing. But it's Tom Barnard. He's a spent condom on the 4 floors of whores. I listen a little bit. I mean, I like Limo Head. I like Michelle DeFoya. She's really good. She comes on, and he pisses and moans about celebrities or something. And she's like, "Hey, wait a minute." She stands up to him. She'll bust his balls, but anybody else can't because he respects Michelle DeFoya. She's from Edina. And we used to be in K-Fan. She's a California girl, but I've always liked Michelle DeFoya. They used to call her Limo Head over at K-Fan because she'd come in a limo. So, anyways, but it's just a bunch of BS. Just stupid. Firing Lassman, producer. He's got a lot of clout, but it's too bad if Cumulus would just tell Tom Barnard, guess what? We're gonna put him on the ticket in the morning and see how good you are. He'd freak. I'd do it anyways. You know what I'm saying? Cumulus, lean in. Cumulus Radio, lean in hot Atlanta, the home of that good-looking sisters. All right. What do you want to kiss my rear there? My God, the guy rode my hiney all the way down the street. You little bastard. Anyways, but Jesus, thought he was gonna give me a kissy. But if you Cumulus lean in, just say, hey, listen, we're gonna give Lassman a show and save it a chow. Okay, you're the troll with Terry Train because people would just flock to the 105 the ticket with Terry Train and Lassman. And bring in somebody else and bring in Brittany. That'd be epic as hell because Brittany's allegedly friends with her daughter. That'd be so funny to watch him just whine and piss and moan and complain. Then he'd quit. Quitter. Just like the quitter from Clearwater, right? Too much stress? Yeah, you quitter. Pedal caller. That's right. Whining. Yeah, I quit. Yeah, you call your names. But Tom would be like, he'd be all mad. Cumulus Radio. KQ would survive. No one's replaceable, right? Nothing lasts forever. People do leave jobs. People do die. Stop breathing. Jump off of bridges. Disappear in the wild. Never come back. Get a sex change. But then again, who's that one idiot who changed to a woman? Kris Jenner. He's just a she-male with a crank between his legs. So until he gets that removed and puts a vagina in there, he's still a man. He's a she-male. The hell his name is Jenners, whatever, that face has run its course like a spent con. 4 floors of horror. Singapore. You guys listening, you've gone this far. Google this for me. That means you see note. Google 4 floors of horrors in Singapore's. I've been there in Singapore. Excuse me, Singapore's. I've been there. 4 floors of horror. I didn't do anything. I dropped Rugburn off his wheelchair, and he went in there and did his business. So, but it's a pretty. I think there's some videos on YouTube of the 4 floors of horrors. So it's kind of funny. It's it's 4 floors and it's full of horrors. Goddamn right, and it's in Singapore. Crystal's a chandelier. Anyway, well, come on, man. You got the right of way, dude. There you go. Take the little rice burner a little faster than that. That's a cute little car until our first snowstorm. You won't be able to get out of your car, out of your house, and you'll miss your job and get fired. Bitch. Anyways, but yeah, we'll be doing Fear Mongering Radio. We'll talk about that a little bit on there, too, as well. And I did a video on him in St. Martin. I got a lot of hate on that, a lot of comments. That's one of my top videos. I just did that smoking a cigar. I can't hear you, baloney. You could hear me. I was, some of you were on there. It was a fun little video to do because I found out they fired Terry Train, and the hell was his name again? I can't remember the other guy they fired. He got a good voice, but they fired his ass. But anyways, I just, it's just Tommy B. It's the way it goes. It's like, Jesus Christ, another guy fired. Poor choice. Poor choice. Dumb. I don't get it, man. I don't get this behavior. What goes on with on KQ or this morning radio station? You got to take phone calls. People want to call in. They want to have an opinion. Because then you expound on the opinion. If people call my show, I used to have people call my show all the time on Capital Podcast because he was Blog Talk Radio was the place. I used to follow him on Twitter. I used to share his stuff for me. I'd share his stuff. He would say thank you. And he one time emailed me because I think on Twitter one day, he goes, where do you do your podcast? And I said, Blog Talk. I think he went and looked at it, but he built his own studio. And I don't hate Tom Barnard. I don't hate him at all. I mean, he kind of gives me inspiration to be a radio host because I try to keep if someone would call my show today, let one person talk, one listen. He's real good at maintaining a show. Shut up, don't talk over each other. He doesn't like that to a point, but he wants to be the cat's meow. Meow, meow. He wants to be the main focus. I get it. You're Tommy B, right? But you got to have different characters on there. And it's a morning show. And I don't name the show after myself. It's named Calpo. My name's not Calpo on my birth certificate, right? But Tommy B, and he'll belittle somebody and then pull it back. He'll do that to Michelle. He did that with the hell's Bryant. There's a Bradshaw and Bryant guy came on, and they were down in Nashville. So he comes on and he goes, blah blah blah, stood us up or something, and he kind of the guy goes, hey man, I got things I gotta do. He's a partner in a law firm. Oh, I'm just kidding. Because the guy kind of like, hey, wait a minute, man, I just can't go to Nashville because Bradshaw and Brian does a lot of John Brian, what his name is, but he does a lot of advertising. But I'm like, really, he belittles the guy instead of saying he couldn't make it. We miss you down in Florida, whatever you would throw down there in Nashville, but obviously had business to do and welcome to the show. Whatever you could say, something positive. Here he is, Bradshaw and Brian. Couldn't make it to Nashville, but maybe next time. But how you doing? You don't belittle him and say something negative. You stood us up. Couldn't make it. We'd love to have you next time. There's always, but how you doing? I mean, if he does that stuff, he'll say something negative and he pulls it back. It's called a pig in a poke. It's called being passive aggressive, and that's what he does. He claims Tom Barnard claims he's not a righty. But he is. I mean, I get you want to be both sides of the aisle, but he claims that he's a right winger. He's a righty. What he is, I get it. I can be in the middle. I can piss him on the left and piss him on the right, but it's too bad, man. Lassman will survive. Probably with no compete cause. They probably gave him some money on the way out the door. Because I know he has a child and he's divorced. He has to fly. I think the kid is in Philadelphia. He talked about yesterday on the show. When he has to fly for vacation, the kid's too young to fly, so he's got to fly out to pick up the child, bring him back with him, and then fly the kid back out again, and then bring him back. He's too young to fly. You talk about that because the kid lives with his mother on the other side of, I think, East Coast somewhere. So, but I like Lassman. And he's the Chucker. Go probably type in on YouTube the Chucker. He prank phone calls. He would call, like the one guy, he called a guy who said he had the Michael Jackson's name. Okay, so the guy's, I don't care about the money. Some of the stuff he would do with the prank phone calls were funny as hell, and he'd call people. And so, but that's Kq92. It's a poor choice. People in this town love familiarity. This is Midwestern. Iowa, Dakota, Wisconsin. They like the same voice in the morning that you can hear and understand and respect. And it's just not good at all. But what are you going to do, right? I mean, it is what it is. So, you see here now. Anyways. But, yeah. But he shall not be named was all triggered and everything else. So, it's kind of funny. But Tom Barnard, you made a poor choice. You made a poor choice. Get rid of him. So, anyways, but, well, I'm going to go fire up the truck here and that bad boy up, and got some work today, not a lot, but I think I have a feeling it's going to bust loose. And, yeah, we lose another good guy on the morning show. You know, good old Tom Barnard. Cumulus. He went to Cumulus, and he probably just said, I'm firing this guy tomorrow, you know. But at Cumulus, he worked for this guy. Okay? Barnard Communications, you just call it. Okay? Out of Atlanta. That's all it is to it. Shame. Fire it up. All right. Anyways. Ugh. You guys have a good weekend. Back here Monday. Trolling, pissing and moaning. He shall not be named. We'll probably do some retaliatory bit today. Who knows? The audio, excuse me, so who knows? But you guys, and behave yourself this weekend. There should be some good drama this weekend. It always guaranteed drama by Friday. Fat Boy's doing 3-hour streams. The new rules on YouTube. We'll see how that goes. You know, people pissing and moaning, but you know, if you're targeting, if you're doing the pig and a poke, as you're doing the passive aggressive again approach on your YouTube channel, you claim you're adult, but you have, just like when they do a lot of stuff on movies, when they would have submittable things in the commercials, like something about sex, whatever, you know, to think you think. So you can't have both ways. You know, either you're adult or you're chill. You want children, that's fine. Have at it. But, you know, YouTube got their hand in the cookie jar. Make your money on chill. They need the girls, the kissing videos, all these clothing hauls, which are great, but you got to start age restricting those things because there are young kids that watch that. I call it starter porn on YouTube is what it is. I mean, live it on there. They need to start getting rid of, but they won't. But you know, but it's YouTube got their nuts caught in the ringer, and you know, people are whining about it. Well, I have a job, and I don't make any money on this. I mean, whatever it is, but rules are rules. YouTube's not going anywhere. I'm not worried about it. So, anyways, remember the military out there, domestic and abroad. Thank you very much. Air Force, Army, Marine, the Navy, Merchant, National Guard. Thank you so much, Coast Guard. Thank you so much. Women in blue. Like a cop, call a crackhead. That's right. Okay? Safe sex. Would you shower with the shower at Penn State? He shall not be named, would. I guess. I would not. Catholic Church are crime scenes, okay? So anyways, don't drink and drive, but put a condom on. Just get the kids out of it. I don't care who you have sex with. Just when you put your crank on man's ass to bother ass, if your G-spot is the bottom of your ass, tip your penis, I think he shall not be named wants to spoon with me, don't you? Let's go party. Clearwater style. Yeah, damn right. He shall not be named out there. He wants to spank my apple ass and roll around with me. We all love you. We don't worry about it. He shall not be named. We love your crazy behavior. We really do. So anyways, you guys, it's Cow Shit Cow Pie. Have a great weekend live from God knows where. See you guys all later. Happy Friday!